Right now, we're learning more about how the coronavirus is disproportionately affecting minority communities in Wisconsin.
Plus, the economic hits from coronavirus keep coming as truck drivers see a 50% decline in their business.
We are almost to the weekend. Warmer temperatures are on the way and lots of sunshine as well. I'll have all the details coming up.
This is News 3 Now this morning.
Good morning, everyone. We made it to Friday. We made it to May. It is the 1st of May. I'm Josh Brighter.
And I'm Leah Lynch. I hope your morning is starting off well. Chris Stanford will be back with us on Monday, which is a bit of a shame because he's missing just a beautiful weekend.
Yeah, it's going to be a good weekend to get outside. I'm excited to maybe get some exercise in outside rather than just in my couple square 100-foot apartment. So that'll be really nice.
We're getting a little taste of summer, folks. Hattie has just a stunning forecast ahead. We'll check in with her in a couple of minutes. But first, let's get to your top headlines. The State Department of Health has confirmed more new cases of the coronavirus in the past 24 hours than any day since the pandemic began. Health officials say there are 330 new cases across the state. Numbers have been high recently. Health officials say that's because of increased access to testing. There are now nearly 7,000 confirmed cases, nearly half of which have recovered. Brown County continues to get hit hard by the pandemic, though, with more than 1,000 confirmed cases this morning. Health officials say the Resch Center just outside of Lambeau Field is about to be used as a testing site.
Right now, leaders across the state are searching for solutions to help improve the racial disparities linked to COVID-19. Legislators, doctors, and Lieutenant Governor Mandela Barnes met for a tele-town hall meeting to discuss the issue. The African-American community accounts for nearly a quarter of Wisconsin's positive coronavirus cases, while making up just 6% of the state's population. Leaders across the state say their goal is to increase testing capacity for all.
The lack of access to health care and affordable health care. You know, people don't always have a primary care physician. People don't always show up to a doctor if they're feeling sick because they don't know how they're going to pay for it.
Operation Warp Speed is in full effect at the White House this morning. It's a new initiative to try and develop a coronavirus vaccine as fast as possible.
I hope we're going to have a vaccine, and we're going to fast track it like you've never seen before.
Bloomberg News reports the plan is to make sure there are enough doses of a vaccine in the U.S. by the end of the year. Pharmaceutical companies, government agencies, and the military are all teaming up for that Operation Warp Speed. Wisconsin, meanwhile, has 230,000 more N95 masks this morning, and it's all thanks to FEMA. The governor thanked FEMA, saying the delivery is badly needed for folks working on the front lines of the fight against COVID-19.
The next time you fly, you could be required to wear a mask. United, Delta, and American are now making that requirement for all passengers. The new policy starts May 4th for United and Delta and May 11th for American Airlines. United says it will provide free masks to its passengers. JetBlue and Frontier have already made similar policy changes. Menards is also requiring their customers to wear masks when inside stores. The store also has signs posted saying anyone under the age of 16 will not be allowed inside for fear of spreading the virus. Anyone who wishes to enter the store without a face mask will be able to buy one for $1. Whole Foods, meanwhile, will be providing free masks to all their customers. They'll be available at their stores within the next week and will also be required to be worn while shopping. Business Insider says Amazon, which owns Whole Foods, is also providing face shields to Whole Foods workers to further ensure their protection.
Target workers across the country are getting ready to call out of work today, citing health concerns during the pandemic. Managers of Madison's 3 Target locations say they are aware of today's planned protests, but they say they don't think any local employees will be participating. They say none of their workers have come to them with concerns since new safety measures were established last month. But the same can't be said nationally. A group called Target Workers Unite claims the company is more focused on sales than employee health. Target has reduced store hours and given masks to its workers, but employees are not required to wear them. In a statement, the company says it is important that team members feel comfortable sharing their concerns.
For the second time since the pandemic began, state lawmakers met both virtually and in person, this time to discuss the effect the coronavirus is having on the state's economy. The Committee on State Affairs met with business owners, an executive from the business lobby, and the secretary appointee of the Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation. Lawmakers talked to all of them to get a sense of how the pandemic is affecting the businesses and discuss the pros and cons of the administration's plans for reopening.
Critical teamwork is required to assure a smooth transition from one runner to the next. As public health passes the baton to economic recovery, WEDC is taking steps now to facilitate this smooth transition.
Businesses shared their successes and frustrations with how things have been handled so far. Tim Metcalf from Metcalf's Market talked about how he's increased pay for frontline workers and upped sanitation efforts. Other businesses, including one in manufacturing, talked about how fewer customers and potentially devastating impacts.
Truck drivers are also taking a hit due to lack of customers and demand.
On my regular route on a regular week or whatever, I may bring home anywhere between 12 to 1,300, but now since things is slacking up, I might bring home 7, 6.
The president of the Wisconsin Motor Carriers Association says closed businesses and at-home orders have slashed the demand and rates for truck drivers. And even though fuel prices have dropped, the overall cost of owning a truck does remain the same. Industry leaders say right now they're looking at a roughly 50% decrease in demand nationwide. Ambulances are adjusting their cleaning procedures this morning to help ensure a safe environment for patients. Paratech Ambulance Service in Madison has bought a dozen ozone generators, which convert oxygen to another gas that can destroy any bacteria or virus in an ambulance. Since March, Paratech has transported more than 700 suspected COVID-19 patients, 150 who were confirmed positive.
6:06 on this Friday, May 1st. We made it through April, and now this is always an exciting month because we see some big ups in our temperatures.
Yeah, and we transition more from to warm weather scenario things than cold weather. We still got some snow in April, and it is still possible to see snowflakes in May, but generally it's more the liquid precipitation. Kind of a wet month for us, about 3.5 inches of total precipitation for the month of May. Our temperatures make big climbs as well. The first of the month, the average high is 64. By the end of the month, we're topping in the 70s with nighttime lows staying in the 50s. Still is possible to get big swings in the temperature, though. The coldest ever date in May, on May 1st, 1978, 19 degrees. We've also hit over 100 this month as well. So you can really get all types of weather as far as temperatures are concerned in the month of May. Here's a look at our temperature outlook for the month of May issued by the Climate Prediction Center. A ridge of high pressure is expected to dominate the weather pattern for the western part of the United States. So that's leading to confidence that temperatures will be warmer than normal there, especially in the southwest. Cooler than normal conditions expected for the Great Lakes, and some of those chances do get into the Madison area. So we could see a persistent cool weather trend as we go through the month. As far as weather conditions, as far as rain, we're looking at the possibility for drier than normal conditions for the area in the month of May. Now we do have some moisture on the map. It's not here. Things are dry and quiet this morning. Cloud cover advancing across Minnesota and Iowa. Also some scattered showers with some of those clouds as well. There's an outside chance for a shower today, but it's pretty small. Best chances will be to our north. Here's a look at our current temperature reading. We have 37 in Madison, so we're down a degree this hour. 40 in the Dells, 36 in Janesville. Watertown has been up and down between 32 and 33. Back down to 32 this hour. Your future track forecast model shows you sunshine and a southerly wind this morning. It's going to be a great start to your Friday. Clouds will move in, especially by the lunch hour areas west of Madison. Temperatures, though, will climb quickly. By noon, we're already into the 60s. We're headed to highs in the mid-60s here with mostly cloudy skies this afternoon. There's that slight chance for a shower late this afternoon into this evening. Otherwise, the forecast setting up to be dry for the weekend and warmer as well. It'll actually feel more like late May than early May with highs in the 70s both Saturday and Sunday. Enjoy the sunshine and warmer temperatures because next week does look a little cloudy with many chances for rain. Now, none of these days are complete washouts, but there's a chance every day next week.
Oh, I'm just going to take in this weekend while we can.
Blinders on the weekend, huh? True.
Thank you, Hattie. With this great forecast, it's a good time to get outside and enjoy some of the state parks that are opening back up this weekend.
It's not exactly business as usual, though. Here's what you need to know if you head out. The DNR has reduced hours, and they've also created capacity limits and closed restrooms at parks to allow for more social distancing. Folks will be out there protecting the lands as well. There's going to be property staff and conservation wardens monitoring all parks daily, and they do plan to make adjustments, including closures if they're needed.
Our only concern is that we just want people to have a good, safe, fun time at the properties. We want them to be respectful of the natural resource, of each other, of the staff, and to really be prepared and to manage their expectations.
The DNR also recommends you check out their website, dnr.wi.gov, for live updates on capacity limits and closures before your visit. Annual park stickers are required for entry, but they're not going to be sold on site. You can buy yours online or over the phone.
I'm a little nervous, excited for this weekend.
I've been missing our state parks. I'm dying to get out and enjoy Wisconsin nature, Wisconsin beauty, but I do think they will be overrun with that forecast.
I think everyone's itching to get outside, but I feel like if everyone races there, this could be kind of a bad move, and I'm hoping that we don't have to go back and have to close things because people kind of abuse that stuff again.
Here's my advice. Find one of the lesser visited parks. Devil's Lake, that's going to be overrun.
Yeah.
Find something that's a little less popular.
And I think the timing, too, if you go earlier or later in the day is probably going to be better. If you do like afternoon, probably not so much. Remember, you need to go to the bathroom before you go there. There are no restrooms. So.
Yeah, check their website. I think that's a good idea. They'll be bringing up-to-the-minute updates on whether they're at capacity or whether they're going to close.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. If you'd rather continue your social distancing inside this weekend, you can join in on the global live stream that starts today. Around 200 celebrities, including Julia Roberts, Quincy Jones, and Oprah Winfrey, are answering the call to unite. The 24-hour event features performances and conversations about overcoming the challenges of this coronavirus pandemic. You can see the Call to Unite Facebook event on there, or you can also go to Twitter or YouTube beginning tonight at 7. That looks very interesting. All right, coming up on 11 minutes past 6 o'clock on this Friday, TGIF, and so far the road's not looking too shabby this morning. We do have a couple delays popping up along John Nolan Drive and also East Washington Avenue this morning. Other than that, no problems here. Wider look at Dane County. No crashes or major delays to speak of. Let's take a look at your drive times right now. We do have right now everything in the green. We do have 26 minutes from Janesville to the Beltline, average speed around 70 miles an hour on the interstate. 15 minutes from Sauk City to Middleton. So we're off and running on this Friday. TGIF, we made it.
And a beautiful one at that.
Yeah, looking forward to getting outside. All right, still ahead for us on this Friday morning as several states take strides toward reopening. A recent poll shows most Americans think it's still too soon when they say we will be ready.
And we'll tell you how you can spend happy hour with former MVP Christian Yelich. What a great way to spend your Friday afternoon. Stay with us. There's more News 3 Now this morning, just ahead.
At Weedman Lawn Care, we believe that your lawn should be a place where memories are made, a source of pride, relaxation, and fun for the whole family. That's why we proudly offer a child and pet-friendly program so you can enjoy a healthier, greener, weed-free lawn without sacrificing peace of mind.
Our program offers effective, targeted weed control, and our golf course quality fertilizer creates a beautiful outdoor space. Don't your kids and grandkids deserve a Weedman lawn? Trust the lawn care experts. Trust Weedman.
Hi, I'm Tim O'Brien, owner of the Healthy Place Apple Wellness, and boy, has this been a rough season. We are here for you. We're open. Our wellness consultants are trained in the top immune, lung, and inflammation supplements that are important right now. We have live chat on our website and same-day delivery for our Dane County residents, so you do not need to leave the house. We support you. Stop by one of our 4 Madison-based locations or check us out online at findyourhealthyplace.com.
Coming together makes us stronger, and Ford is built to lend a hand. Contact your Ford dealer, an essential part of your community, to find out more about home delivery and other vehicle service options. After all, you have a lot to take care of. Let us help take care of you. Find out more at Ford.com. Right now, qualified buyers can get 0% financing for 72 months, plus 3 months deferred payments on select 2020 Ford models.
HD and Titan HD zero-turn mowers. Comfortable with the innovative MyRide suspension system and high-back suspension seats. Powerful with commercial-grade engines. Heavy-duty, built to tackle tough terrain while providing Toro's professional quality of cut. Versatile, so you can get more done on or off the mower. Toro's Time Cutter HD and Titan HD zero-turn mowers. Count on it.
Power Centers of Madison. Visit powercentersofmadison.com. My family has stayed true to our original sausage recipe for over 130 years because taste and authenticity matter to each and every one of us. So when we expanded our products to include other types of sausage, bacon, and Canadian bacon, we maintained our commitment to never cutting corners. It's a promise my family guaranteed in the past, I guarantee today, and the next generation of Jones leaders will too.
Welcome back at 6:14. We've got some breaking news overnight. One person is recovering this morning after an apartment fire in Sun Prairie. It happened just after 11:30 off Highway 151 on O'Keefe Avenue. Crews found the fire inside one of the units, but it had to be extinguished, or it was extinguished by a sprinkler. One resident was taken to the hospital for smoke inhalation. We're told only one of the 28 apartments in that building was damaged, with an estimated cost of around $15,000.
The UW system is planning ahead for the fall semester with its new Plan Ahead team. President Ray Cross says the newly created group will review best practices to figure out what needs to happen to hold in-person classes this fall. Professors, emergency coordinators, and administrative staff will make up that group. As of right now, the UW system does plan to open its campuses to students in the fall. Universities across the country are preparing to open up in the fall. That includes the University of Alabama system. A senior vice chancellor says all 3 campuses there do plan to reopen. That school also has a task force in place to make sure the move is based on the latest health data.
Beaches in Alabama are back open this morning as more southern states move to ease stay-at-home restrictions. Texas and Oklahoma are easing restrictions today on parts of the service industry, including restaurants and movie theaters. Arkansas's governor says he will decide today when some of their non-essential businesses might open back up. Tennessee, South Carolina, Georgia, and Florida have all taken steps to reopening non-essential businesses and their economies in the past week. This comes as a new poll from IBD and TIP says most Americans think it is too soon to end the statewide shutdowns. According to their results, only 15% of Americans believe we are ready to start reopening businesses and easing social distancing rules. 34% of poll takers say the country will be ready to reopen by May 15th. 49% say we still need to wait until at least June 1st.
For the more than 30 million Americans who live alone, social distancing can mean a life in complete isolation. Many have turned to video chat to stay connected for happy hours, holidays, and dates, but that might not be enough. Therapist Abby Crom says being physically alone for long periods can have a big impact on mental health.
We know that loneliness is a big factor in depression and anxiety. And especially, I think, for right now, because we don't have a real end date, that's what's causing people's anxiety. I think
Crom says self-care is essential at a time like this, and since they're all we have right now, she suggests joining in on those virtual activities and classes and practicing meditation and yoga to help calm your mind.
Speaking of video calls, here's one that will boost your mood. The Office star Rainn Wilson hosted a Zoom meeting for pets and their owners Thursday. It was billed as the first ever Zoomies pet conference call.
Aww.
Pet food company Freshpet presented the free event. They say more than 900 pets and their owners took part. That's a lot of fun.
Big fan of that. All right, here's another video call we're pretty interested in, and it's happening today. You can grab a drink with a former Brewers MVP. Christian Yelich is going to be a guest on Line & Kugel's Liney Friday virtual happy hour. Starting at 5 this afternoon, you can go to Liney's Instagram page to follow along live and ask Yelich anything from what his favorite beer is to how he's dealing with life with no baseball. All you need is an Instagram account to follow along. And I think this is a brilliant marketing campaign by Line & Kugels.
Oh, and making the best of the situation, too. I think it'll be interesting once we go back to our normal or whatever normal is going to be after all of this that we've been through. Just like the little things, right, that make a big difference.
Sharing a beer with your friends.
Love that. I could go for a nice summer shandy this weekend. Ooh. I don't know about you.
Ooh.
Hattie, it looks like it's going to be a good weekend for a summer shandy.
That's a good option for this weekend, Josh, given the weather. It'll definitely feel like summer outside. Take a look at our May Day sunrise picture. This sent in by one of our viewers, Steve. Beautiful shot this morning. Looks like the water may be a little bit warmer than the air. You can kind of see some steam coming off that water. Beautiful shot nonetheless, though. Keep in mind, a lot of people ready to get outside and start planting. Might be just a little too early. We generally say it's safe to plant here in southern Wisconsin after Mother's Day, so just a couple of weeks away. Our average last frost is April 30th, but we could see frosty conditions all the way into the first part of June. So if you're going to plant some of those sensitive plants, Be prepared to cover them up if necessary. This morning, it is a little chilly outside. It's down to the freezing point in Watertown with 32 degrees there, 36 in Janesville, 37 here in Madison. 40s, though, to the west. Winds will be much lighter than they were yesterday. If you're spending some time outside, it'll be a south-southeasterly wind, but generally less than 12 miles an hour, so about half of what it was yesterday. Here's a look at our forecast for the day. Temperatures will climb into the mid-60s this afternoon. We will lose that sunshine, though, so enjoy the sun this morning.
All right, Hattie, thank you very much. It is 6:20 on your Friday. We want to put a face to one of this week's victims of the coronavirus. 89-year-old Milo Krubel passed away Monday from COVID-19. He was a lifelong dairy and beef cattle farmer in Bloomington, Wisconsin, and he was known for his work ethic and sense of humor. He was just getting ready to help his wife of 69 years celebrate her 90th birthday. The tight-knit town was struggling with what to do, mourning the loss of their beloved neighbor while trying to celebrate a big birthday. So they settled on what a lot of folks are doing nowadays and organized a drive-by parade. This one was a surprise. Cars, fire trucks, and tractors lined up to help remember one life while celebrating another. Later this morning, local farmers will once again pull out their tractors to lead Milo to his final resting place.
Every time I see these, they still give me goosebumps every time.
And you know, farmers are the backbone of this state and of this country. So it warms my heart. It almost brings me to tears to see how many people recognize that and are willing to come out and honor this man's life.
Yeah, big celebration worth all the time there for sure. All right, 6:21 right now. Coming up, we have the winner from yesterday's Safe at Home Challenge. Plus, we'll tell you what we're challenging you to do this weekend.
And in our next half hour, we'll tell you how the president says his administration is working to keep our nation's seniors safe. Stay with us. We're back after the break.
With a nursing degree, helping others went from a job to a career.
Landscape design can be overwhelming. Our experienced landscape designers, horticulturists, and arborists work together to make any vision come to life. From planting to pruning, seeding to sodding, mowing to mulching, and everything in between, we are Barnes. Get started today at barnesinc.net.
We can't offer much during this time of crisis, but we can offer what we have. So from all of us working early mornings on the farm, long days in the plant, or late nights stocking shelves, doing all we can to get you the milk you need. We hope it makes your breakfast a little brighter, your snacks more nutritious, and reminds you when it comes to caring, there is no expiration date. Milk. Love what's real.
From our family to yours, we want to encourage you to keep going. Keep protecting what's most important. Keep hopeful in the face of all this. Keep believing. Keep being strong. Keep supporting the people on the front line. Keep staying together while staying apart. Keep being fearless. And most of all, keep dreaming. American Family Insurance is mailing our personal auto insurance customers a premium relief payment to help them keep going. We'll keep being here when you need us.
At Govan Cars, your safety is our #1 priority. We are taking necessary precautions to clean and sanitize all of our vehicles and facilities. With prices being at an all-time low, we are able to sell these cars well below market value. So hurry in today and take advantage of these once-in-a-lifetime low prices. Call to schedule an appointment and ask for Crystal the Pistol Govan. Go to Govan Cars East or West.
You gotta go to Govan, GovanCars.com.
America is no stranger to difficult times. Each generation has faced challenges of their own, and each has risen to the occasion. Through it all, pharmacies nationwide have proudly been there, lights on, doors open, and committed to keeping us healthy. America's pharmacies were there then, and we're here now. We're all in this together, and like the generations before us, we'll rise to meet this challenge together. With America's pharmacies ready and open every step of the way.
Is your energy bill shaking you down? Then do like thousands of homeowners. Call us here at Mad City Windows and take advantage of our factory direct window blowout sale. Get a house full of windows for $29.95. 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 18 months. A bonus, you buy 7 or more windows and you get a patio door installed absolutely free. Call now and get a free $100 Walmart or Amazon gift card with estimate, and be sure to ask about virtual online estimates.
Landscape design can be overwhelming. Our experienced landscape designers, horticulturists, and arborists work together to make any vision come to life. From planting to pruning, seeding to sodding, mowing to mulching, and everything in between, we are Barnes. Get started today at barnesinc.net.
Welcome back at 6:24. Time to take a look at some of our winners for yesterday's Safe at Home Challenge. We asked you about your favorite flower arrangements yesterday.
Ooh. All right, here's today's winner. It's definitely unique. They put the flowers in an old toilet fixture in their garden.
That's different.
New take on a planter.
That's very clever.
Very good use of recycling your toilet, I guess.
Yeah, you're not throwing your time down the toilet by putting
Jeez.
together that flower arrangement. That was a stretch.
That was a stretch.
Regardless, congrats to today's winner. A gift card to a local business is on its way to you.
And now here's a look at tomorrow's challenge. We are asking you to show us your takeout feast for the weekend.
Ooh, this is going to be a good one. I'm trying to think. Fish fries, maybe some Saturday night prime rib.
We had this conversation earlier. Extra points to anybody who's getting fish fries. You know me, Wisco gal here.
That's all, and I'm all about the meat. You're about the fish, I'm about the meat.
Little side of old fashioned, maybe some rye bread. Love it.
It's going to be a beautiful weekend for that. Like a picnic outside, too.
Yeah, take it outside.
Patty, what's your go-to takeout?
Hey, as long as I don't have to cook, I don't care. That's
There you go.
Anything. Maybe pizza tonight. Who knows?
Well, all you have to do is head to channel3000.com/safeathome and submit online over the weekend. I'm excited. This is going to be one that makes us hungry Monday morning, I think.
That's true. We're always talking about food around here, but look at these cuties, Murphy and Molly, all cuddled up. It will be cloudy this afternoon, but temperatures will be in the mid-60s, so maybe a good day for a walk. Here's a look at our current conditions. We have 37 here in Madison, 40 in the Dells, 41 in Monroe, 41 in Platteville. We'll know some clouds moving in later today.
All right, stay with us. You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Do you know the secret to having the perfect lawn? Maple Leaf Landscaping does. With their 6-step turf care program, you can have a beautiful lawn all season long. Check their website for special discounts and leave the yard work to Maple Leaf, your year-round property care experts.
More than 70 years ago, we at Festival Foods began serving this proud state, building strong relationships founded on trust, compassion, and our unwavering commitment to ensuring that you and your family feel at home every time you visit Festival Foods. It's times like these that remind us that family and home are what truly matter most. So we're using this moment just to let you know that Festival Foods is here for you, because family always looks after family. Be safe, Wisconsin.
It's time to gear up for spring with help from your neighbors at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. We have great deals on Miracle Grow potting mix so you can enjoy beautiful blooms all summer long. Right now, Blaine's Rewards members get a $10 Farm and Fleet gift card with every $50 you spend on Scott's Mulch and Miracle Grow mixes. Buy online, pick up at drive-thru only. Place your order at farmandfleet.com or at our mobile app and leave the heavy lifting to us in our convenient drive-thru.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Carrier asks, what does comfort mean to you? A cool breeze on a scorching day, a cozy corner on a cold night, or knowing every room of the house is as inviting as the next? Comfort means more than just the temperature, and the people who invented modern air conditioning keep inventing new ways to make you comfortable, like cool cash rebates of up to $1,650. Carrier, turn to the experts.
Trusted by Dane County for over 60 years. Call Harker Heating and Cooling.
Coming together makes us stronger, and Ford is built to lend a hand. Contact your Ford dealer, an essential part of your community, to find out more about home delivery and other vehicle service options. After all, you have a lot to take care of. Let us help take care of you. Find out more at Ford.com. Right now, qualified buyers can get 0% financing for 72 months, plus 3 months deferred payments on select 2020 Ford models.
Instead of going to school every morning, what if school could come to you? Because learning happens anywhere and everywhere. K-12 powered schools provide a tuition-free, full-time, online public school education. It's public school at home. K-12's curriculum is designed to engage students, to challenge them. So visit K12.com today. Tuition-free in Wisconsin.
Do you know the secret to having the perfect lawn? Maple Leaf Landscaping does. With their 6-step turf care program, you can have a beautiful lawn all season long. Check their website for special discounts and leave the yard work to Maple Leaf, your year-round property care experts.
Right now, 34 state parks are set to reopen today. What you need to know before you make plans to visit one.
And if you're planning on getting an early start to the weekend, we have a gorgeous forecast coming up. All the details in just a few minutes.
This is News 3 Now This Morning.
Good morning, folks, and happy Friday. It is May 1st. We're so glad you're joining us this morning. I'm Leah Lynchine.
And I'm Josh Breiter. Chris Stanford will be back with us on Monday. I feel like that sunrise just can't get any better this morning.
It's going to put a smile on your face, and if it doesn't, the forecast for the weekend is really going to do it for you.
Yeah, and some more good news here. 34 state parks and recreational areas will reopen today after being closed for the past 3 weeks.
But as they open back up, there are some major changes you're going to want to keep in mind. Bathrooms, shelters, and playgrounds will remain closed, and the new adjusted hours will run from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m., except for Wednesdays, when all of the properties will stay closed for maintenance. All of the locations will also have capacity limitations, especially at busy ones like Devil's Lake. Campgrounds will remain closed until May 26th. Now here's a list of some of the parks included in today's reopening. Devil's Lake, Kinnickinnick, Lapham Peak, Copper Falls, and Flambeau River and Black River State Forests are just a handful. Trails, both walking and ATV, will also be open.
6:31 right now. We're analyzing some new numbers this morning. Researchers at Harvard, Rutgers, and Northeastern find state and city governments are more trusted than the federal government when it comes to the response to the coronavirus. This is what it looks like when you break it down. 81% say they trust their state government and 82% trust city leaders, compared to 57% trusting Congress and 51% in President Trump. When it comes to the faith in the president, there are significant partisan differences. 55% of Republicans trust Trump a lot, while only 8% of Democrats and 18% of independents similarly trust him. The poll also finds President Trump's approval rating is lower than all 50 governors in each state. Here in Wisconsin, 58% of those polled said they support Governor Evers' approach, while 39% support President Trump's. Overall, 44% of Americans approve and 40% disapprove of his handling of the outbreak.
Meanwhile, President Trump says he's stepping up efforts to protect some of our most vulnerable from the coronavirus. FEMA is expected to send personal protective equipment to the more than 1,500 nursing homes across the country, and $81 million from the CARES Act will now go toward increasing inspections of those homes. Here in Wisconsin, the Journal Sentinel reports more than 90 assisted living facilities are facing coronavirus outbreaks. The president also announcing a new commission to further protect seniors. It's going to be made up of industry experts, doctors, scientists, and advocates. They're going to meet at some point later this month.
New this morning, the Department of Veterans Affairs ordered nearly $300,000 worth of body bags in April. The VA has seen a growing number of patients die from coronavirus. More than 8,700 have been diagnosed and nearly 500 had died. 17 of those cases and 2 of those deaths come from the VA in Madison. A contracting document obtained by Politico shows the VA ordered the body bags on April 15th, and since then, the number of confirmed cases grew by 3,000. It's unclear how many bags the VA bought.
All 100 U.S. senators will go back to work on Monday, but the Capitol's attending doctor says he doesn't have the equipment to test them all for COVID-19. Dr. Brian Monahan told Republican senior staff he doesn't have access to the 15-minute test the White House has been using. Axios reports he will only test senators who are showing symptoms. The results could also take up to 7 business days to get back.
Developing right now, Democratic presidential candidate Joe Biden is expected to address a recent allegation of sexual assault this morning. The former vice president and now presidential candidate has been facing pressure to respond to an accusation made last year by Tara Reid. She's a woman who worked in his office when he was a senator. He'll be on MSNBC's Morning Joe in just a little bit after avoiding public questioning about the allegations. His campaign has said Biden believes women have a right to be heard, but that Reid's claims against him are untrue. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell says Biden will likely have to release all information related to these allegations. The University of Delaware has records and Senate papers from Joe Biden's office, but doesn't plan on making them public.
Folks receiving unemployment from the state might have that money removed from their bank accounts this morning. The Department of Workforce Development says a technical glitch sent double payments to a number of accounts. So to fix it, they have to take back the entire payment. It's going to happen with accounts at U.S. Bank. And just for the time being, while they try to fix the error, that money will be reallocated once the fix is made.
6:34 right now on a Friday morning. Just a beautiful start. You're going to want those sunglasses. It's a bright morning out there.
It certainly is. Sun coming up earlier and earlier every day. Now you can see clear skies here on the west side of town and across most of southern Wisconsin. There are some clouds that we're going to be zeroing in on today, though. You can see that cloud cover moving across Minnesota and Iowa. It is spreading in this direction, so we are going to lose that sunshine for the afternoon, unfortunately. There's a slight chance for some rain showers. You can see some spotty showers popping up across the northern plains. Best chance to see any rain is likely going to be across northern or central Wisconsin. Boy, there's a big temperature contrast for the region. Temperatures in the 60s in Sioux Falls this morning, 62 degrees. Current temp in Minneapolis is 55. Contrast that with 30s here in the Badger State. Clear skies have led to kind of a chilly start this morning. Temperatures are at the freezing point in Watertown with 32. 10 degrees warmer in Monroe, 42 there, 41 in Platteville, even 40 in the Dells. Winds are calm in most locations, though. I show this map because it's such a big change from the last 48 hours. Winds are not going to be a huge factor in our forecast today. Your future track forecast model showing you that we'll keep that sunshine through the morning hours, but already by lunchtime, we'll stop it at noon. You'll note the clouds moving in from the west, really spreading across the region. Temps will be quick to warm up, though. We'll be in the 60s by lunchtime, topping in the mid to upper 60s across southern Wisconsin. There is a slight chance late this afternoon into this evening for a shower. Again, best chances will likely be to the north. Overnight, with clouds in the region, temperatures are going to stay a little bit warmer. Take a look at tonight's low, 52 degrees. Definitely not as chilly. That sets us up for a beautiful weekend. Lots of sunshine, highs in the 70s. Feeling more like late May than early May, but we're back into the 50s and low 60s next week. Quite an unsettled weather pattern with chances for rain every day next week.
Okay, so if you needed another reason to get out this weekend, those graphics are going to tell you everything you need to know.
I just keep telling myself I'll worry about it on Monday morning. I'm just going to smile about all that sunshine for the next, what, 72 hours?
That's right. Just focus on the weekend.
And it's not all day every day, right, Hattie?
Right. These are chances. It's not a complete washout.
And it's not like it's super cold either.
Exactly. We're grasping at straws. All right. Thank you,
It'll be very green around here.
Thanks, Ads. 6:36 now. Two major car companies are postponing their plans of reopening their U.S. factories out of concern for their workers' safety. Volkswagen is delaying the restart of its Chattanooga, Tennessee factory indefinitely. It was originally going to reopen this Sunday. The German company stopped production at its factory on March 21st. Fiat Chrysler planned to reopen its factories around May 4th. It's now pushing that back indefinitely as well. The company says they'll reopen their U.S. factories by using the methods and practices they used at their facilities in China and Italy.
Target employees across the U.S. are getting ready to call out of work today as part of a planned sick out. Managers at all three Madison Target locations say they're aware of the planned protests, but don't think any local employees will be participating. The same can't be said for our neighbors to the south, though. Several employees in Illinois say they still don't feel safe working and will participate. Since the pandemic started, at least 30 grocery store workers have died from the coronavirus across the country. 3,000 have tested positive for it. The planned sick out also falls on International Workers' Day, or May Day. New this morning, as fears of a pork shortage continue to grow, little shops in Wisconsin are going to be playing a bigger role in making sure you can pick up what you want from the store. Farmers who supply pigs to large plants, which are now closed, are left with pigs ready for slaughter and nowhere to send them. People's Meat Market in Stevens Point is making use of their slaughterhouse to get them to the grocery stores. Running a slaughterhouse of his own, Lee Falkovich understands why there are so many cases of COVID-19 at the plants.
We're all mingling elbow to elbow to get this, the job done. In the big plants, it's just 5 times the amount.
Falkovich's partnership with the state could mean the pigs make it to your plate. His company will continue to slaughter extra pigs once a week for the next month to help out with that shortage.
A partnership between Dane County, local farmers, and Second Harvest Food Bank is making sure people have food on the table during this pandemic.
Dane County will provide $3 million in relief funds to Second Harvest for use over the next 90 days. Second Harvest will use these dollars to secure much-needed food, including more meat, dairy, and produce from local farmers.
The $3 million Dane County Executive Joe Parisi just mentioned comes from the Federal CARES Act. The county will also put 4 semi-trailers at the Alliant Energy Center to be packed with cold food for distribution. More than 1 million pounds have already been packed at the Alliant Energy Center since Second Harvest started using that space on March 21st.
As the community helps feed healthcare workers, one hospital was inspired to return the favor. The Food and Nutrition Services team at SSM Health St. Mary's in Madison is making meals to help others. To avoid wasting food, the team packages up single and family meals every week. Those packages are then delivered to partners like Porch Light, the YWCA, the Beacon, and the Madison School District Meal Program.
As we hopefully, kind of cool down on the crisis here and start to return to whatever the new normal will be, then we'll start after that. So as long as the community needs to be fed, we'll be here to feed them.
SSM Health is serving about 300 meals a week. 6:40 is your time on a Friday morning. Quick look at traffic and no real issues to talk about right now. There's a look at the Dane County area, and we've got no crashes or major delays. Rock County this morning, much of the same. Couple slowdowns just south of Janesville on Highway 51, but you shouldn't have too many problems out there. All the drive times, everything in the green. Average speed around 73 miles an hour on the interstate this morning. Let's take a live look outside at 6:40 right now. Beautiful shot of that sunrise on a Friday morning, and we've got a few nice days on tap, and you're going to want to get outside with Hattie's forecast coming up.
Plus, this story just keeps getting sweeter. We have an update on a local girls fundraiser for a local organization next. Stay with us.
Jung Garden Centers are open to help you start the growing season. Get a free bag of raised bed mix with the purchase of 2, with curbside pickup now available at all 5 Jung Garden Center locations. Get your growing season off to a safe and healthy start with Jung Garden Center.
Hi, it's Jan from Toyota. Many of you still need to be on the road right now. Toyota is here to help.
We're offering an incredible 0% on our most popular Toyotas. That's 0% on Camry, 0% on RAV4, or 0% on Tacoma. Plus, Toyota will defer your payments for up to 90 days. And if you need service for your current vehicle, our service centers remain open.
We're here for you. Contact your local Toyota dealer to see how they can help. Toyota.
For almost 50 years, we've built trust within our communities by making customer delight our top priority. That trust allows us to improve lives one home at a time. During this challenging time, we want to make sure your needs are being met without stress by offering 2-for-1 windows with no interest and no payments for 1 year. So go ahead, visit us online, or call now from the comfort of home.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
To our Pick and Save associates, for the long hours and late nights, for the miles traveled and the shelves restocked, for making a difference in our customers' lives, for doing so much more than your job. Everyone at the Kroger family of brands and our customers say thank you. In a time when daily life feels a bit uncertain, your hard work is keeping America fed. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
In these uncertain times, it has never been more important to maintain a clean home or business. We are prepared to get your space back to clean and healthy again. We've added a new EPA-registered cleaner that disinfects hard surfaces and deep cleans carpet, rugs, and upholstery. Remember, we disinfect our equipment after every job and disinfect our vehicles daily. We believe in doing things the right way. That's why we've been your trusted partner in clean for over 70 years.
Jung Garden Centers are open to help you start the growing season. Get a free bag of raised bed mix with the purchase of 2, with curbside pickup now available at all 5 Jung Garden Center locations. Get your growing season off to a safe and healthy start with Jung Garden Center.
We know you're worried about keeping your family healthy right now. We're all craving sunnier skies and warmer temperatures. But as we move into spring, you should know our First Warn Weather Team is preparing to keep your family safe during severe weather season. We're ready, armed with the latest First Warn technology and an experienced team of meteorologists. So focus on your family. Your First Warn team has the weather covered, on air, online, and on your phone.
Trust the weather leaders. The First Warn Weather Team on News 3 Now and Channel 3000.
We have an exciting update on a story we first brought you earlier this week.
That's right. A 7-year-old in our community started a virtual lemonade stand to raise money for Little John's, a pay-what-you-can restaurant that takes extra food from grocery stores and turns it into affordable restaurant-quality meals.
The story just keeps getting sweeter. Morgan Marsh McGlone's lemonade fundraiser has not only surpassed her original goal of $90, but it's also caught the attention of the Oregon Community Bank. Listen to this. They're going to match up to $10,000 for every dollar she makes. So the fundraiser now has the potential to raise more than $20,000.
Wow.
As of this morning, the fundraiser has raised nearly $11,000. Not bad for a lemonade stand.
That's not bad for a little girl like her, too, that she started.
7 years old.
That's incredible. She's going to be going quite far in this world, that's for sure.
Yeah, the future entrepreneur right there. All right, it's the time of morning when we also take a minute to thank the fighters on the front lines of this pandemic.
We're thanking everyone from nurses and doctors to garbage truck workers and grocery store employees.
Today, we want to thank Stephanie, an ER nurse for UW Health at the American Center. Her husband sent this in to us and said, the work she and all the other healthcare workers are doing is amazing, and we couldn't agree more. Stephanie, thank you very much.
We're lucky to have you, Stephanie, and we are glad to stay home while you go to work.
Yeah, and we'll be heading out from home this weekend with a beautiful forecast that Miss Hattie McLean has for us.
That's true. As long as you stay socially distant, you're fine, right? Our forecast is looking pretty darn nice. We had a beautiful start this morning. Take a look at this picture that I got from one of our viewers this morning of our sunrise. Beautiful Wisconsin. Love the colors in the sky. Thanks, Brenda, for sending that one in to me this morning. Here's a look at our forecast today. We start with temperatures in the 30s, 37 in Madison, 40 in the Dells, but 33 in Watertown and 36 in Janesville. Future track wind speeds today, they are going to be much lighter than they were yesterday, around 6 to 12 miles per hour. As we go through the afternoon, those winds will be from the south, so it'll be another mild day today. Take a look at our temperature trend as we go through the next 12 hours. We're looking at high temperatures in the middle 60s this afternoon. We are going to lose that sunshine, though. Clouds are expected to move in from the west. Coming up, I'll have all the details on that weekend forecast.
Hattie, thank you. Developing right now, we're following some breaking news just into the newsroom moments ago here. Joe Biden has released a statement about sexual assault allegations about him less than 30 minutes before his scheduled TV appearance. According to the AP, he says, quote, I want to address allegations by a former staffer that I engaged in misconduct 27 years ago. They aren't true. This never happened. I'm requesting that the Secretary of Senate ask the National Archives to identify any record of the complaint she alleges she filed and make available to the press any such document. If there was ever any such complaint, the record will be there. Biden will speak more on Tara Reade's accusation on MSNBC's Morning Joe just after 7.
It is 6:46 on your Friday. Coming up in the morning sprint, the latest on a statewide mask mandate for one of our neighboring states.
But first, it is May 1st, and we want to say happy birthday to Tally and all the other kids turning 3 today. Happy birthday, and thanks for celebrating on News 3 Now this morning.
News 3 Now closed captioning is sponsored by Wells Asphalt Paving.
We asked real customers what they really love about Spectrum Internet and TV.
Spectrum Internet has the fastest speeds for everything I do.
There is no turning wheel. It's immediate.
Spectrum's the fastest. Bam.
Get the fastest download speeds with the most reliable performance with Spectrum Internet, delivering starting speeds of 200 megabits. That's more than enough for all your devices for $44.99 a month. Call 833-906-4499.
I can't get over how much on-demand Spectrum has. I can literally watch a new movie every night.
I got all my shows, and he's got all his shows.
With the Spectrum TV app, I can watch live TV anywhere. It's perfect.
Add Spectrum TV and enjoy more free HD and more free on demand. Plus, use the Spectrum TV app to watch live TV on the go, all from $44.99 a month. Call 833-906-4499.
The fact that they don't have contracts, that says a lot about their service.
Get Spectrum Internet and TV from $44.99 a month each with no contracts. Install Spectrum services yourself. Get a self-installation kit shipped right to your home. Call 833-906-4499.
It takes attention to detail. With your local Bryant dealer, you're getting more than just a technician. You're getting someone who pays attention to your needs and the little things that make a big difference. It takes a dealer you can rely on. And to keep your family cool this summer,
let me show you how this works.
It takes Bryant.
Bryant, whatever
it takes.
For all your heating and cooling needs in Dane County, call Faro Heating.
Visit our Al Beyer showroom in Janesville.
Serving South Central Wisconsin for over 60 years.
People who fight for what's right. For us, that means fighting for you when an accident has turned your life upside down.
During times like these, it's important to stay connected.
The new normal isn't normal at all.
But just because we're apart
doesn't mean we're alone.
We can reach out to old friends.
Remind our family that we love them.
Stay on top of business, even if it isn't business as usual.
Because we are resilient.
No matter how much distance is between us, we will never let you lose your connection.
US Cellular has a network you can count on, which means you can do anything, even make a commercial. US Cellular.
Coming together makes us stronger, and Ford is built to lend a hand. Contact your Ford dealer, an essential part of your community, to find out more about home delivery and other vehicle service options. After all, you have a lot to take care of. Let us help take care of you. Find out more at Ford.com. Right now, qualified buyers can get 0% financing for 72 months, plus 3 months deferred payments on select 2020 Ford models.
Get the facts with Reality Check, only on News 3 Now.
Welcome back. At 6:50, time for the morning sprint.
We start this morning with the latest reopenings across Wisconsin. 34 state parks and recreational centers will reopen today, but with some restrictions. Bathrooms, shelters, and playgrounds will all be closed, and the new adjusted hours will be 6 a.m. to 7 p.m., except Wednesdays, when all of the properties will be closed for maintenance. All of the locations will have capacity limitations, especially at busy places like Devil's Lake. Campgrounds will be closed until May 26th.
Here's a list of some of the parks included in the reopening today. Devil's Lake, Kinnickinnick, Lapham Peak, Copper Falls, and Flambeau River and Black River State Forests are just a handful. All trails, both walking and ATV, will also be open.
Researchers at Harvard, Rutgers, and Northeastern find state and city governments are more trusted than the federal government when it comes to their response to coronavirus. This is what it looks like when you break it down. 81% say they trust their state government, 82% trust their city leaders. Now compare that to 57% trusting Congress and 51% in President Trump.
The president says he's doing more to help protect some of our most vulnerable from the coronavirus. FEMA is expected to send personal protective equipment to more than 1,500 nursing homes, and $81 million from the CARES Act will now go toward increasing inspections of nursing homes. Here in Wisconsin, the Journal Sentinel reports more than 90 assisted living facilities around the state are facing coronavirus outbreaks. President Trump is also announcing a new commission to further protect seniors. It'll be made up of industry experts, doctors, scientists, and advocates. They'll meet at some point later this month.
Breaking in just the last few minutes, Joe Biden is denying claims that he sexually assaulted a staffer when he was a senator, saying, quote, "It never happened." He's asking for the Secretary of the Senate to provide any formal complaint Tara Reade may have filed about the incident. He released the statement before appearing on MSNBC in just a few minutes to answer questions about the allegations for the very first time. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell says Biden will likely have to release all information related to these allegations. The University of Delaware has records and Senate papers from Joe Biden's office, but doesn't plan on making them public.
Folks receiving unemployment from the state might have that money removed from their bank accounts this morning. The Department of Workforce Development says a technical glitch sent double payments to a number of accounts. So to fix it, they have to take back the entire payment. That's going to happen with accounts at U.S. Bank, and just for the time being while they try to fix the error.
Target employees across the U.S. are getting ready to call out of work today as part of a planned sick-out. Managers at all 3 Madison Target locations say they're aware of the planned protest, but don't think any local employees will participate. However, several employees in Illinois say they still don't feel safe working and will participate. Since the pandemic started, at least 30 grocery store workers have died of the coronavirus across the country. 3,000 have tested positive for it.
American pharmaceutical company Pfizer hopes to make between 10 and 20 million doses of a coronavirus vaccine by the end of the year. Reuters reports the company is developing it with a German company. They've given doses to the first humans in that country and hope to start a U.S. trial soon. There are currently no approved treatments for coronavirus.
Starting today, all Illinois residents over the age of 2 will need to wear a face mask in public. The Chicago Tribune reports this comes as Governor J.B. Pritzker's revised stay-at-home order takes effect. The masks can be homemade and don't have to be surgical or N95s. Illinois' updated order expires May 30th.
Texas businesses will reopen in phases starting today. Governor Greg Abbott's stay-at-home order expired last night. All retail stores, restaurants, malls, and theaters can now reopen, but at just 25% capacity. Barbershops, hairdressers, and gyms aren't able to open yet. The number of deaths in that state hit a single-day high just last night. More than 800 people have now died in Texas from COVID-19.
Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer is extending that state's emergency declaration order. This after the Republican-controlled legislature passed a bill that wouldn't have renewed the original declaration. The order was originally set to end at midnight. That new stay-at-home order also is extended through May 28th. Armed protesters gathered at the Capitol building this week to oppose those extensions.
Canada is expected to announce a ban on 11 types of assault rifles and other weapons. The measure has been in the works for months now. It would apply to about 125,000 guns. This comes after an armed gunman killed 22 people with an assault rifle in Nova Scotia. The Trump administration says it's ahead of schedule as it withdraws American troops from Afghanistan. There are now fewer than 10,000 troops there. The U.S. has pledged to reduce its total number to 8,600 by mid-July. Officials say they could hit that number in the next couple of weeks.
6:55. If you're heading out on the roads this morning, you shouldn't have too many issues. There's your drive times. Everything in the green so far. If you're heading into downtown this morning, you shouldn't have any delays and no crashes to report this morning. That's your First Warn traffic.
And your First Warn weather forecast starts with beautiful sunshine this morning across southern Wisconsin. Enjoy that sunshine early on. Clouds are expected to move in for the afternoon. High temperatures, though, will still make it into the mid-60s later on today. Here's a peek at that weekend forecast. It just gets better from here. Highs will be in the 70s both Saturday and Sunday. Light winds are expected and just a slight chance for rain tonight. Otherwise, the weekend looks dry. Our extended forecast has much cooler weather and also some wet weather heading into the area next week. We have chances for rain nearly every day each week. None of the days are a complete washout, but that chance exists each day starting on Monday.
All right, Hattie, thank you.
Thanks so much for joining us this morning, folks. We hope you have a safe and wonderful weekend. Get outside and enjoy that sun, and join us right back here Monday morning. See you soon.